Every once in a while, you get a game in War Thunder that is just too good not to share. Today was one of those days. I'm talking about a 7-kill match followed by a 5-kill ace, all in the Strike Eagle. If you want to know how it all went down, stick around. But before we dive in, if you're one of those people who watches my videos regularly but isn't subscribed yet, please consider hitting that button. It only takes less than a second and it really helps me out. Plus, my goal is to hit 500 subs before February, so any support means a lot right now. So the question you're probably asking is, how the hell did we manage to get 7 kills? Well, to break it down, we gotta talk about the F-15E itself. This thing is still sitting at 13.7, and honestly, it is just so damn undertiered. It outclasses everything else at that BR, like a heavyweight in a featherweight division. No lie, the F-15E is probably the best thing at 13.7 right now, and there's really no reason for Gaijin to keep it there. This plane should at least be 14.0, and I'm finally glad that Gaijin is putting it at 14.0 in the upcoming update, alongside the Rafale and Eurofighter. About damn time, right? But for now, it's running a cheat code at 13.7 because it is the most meta plane that we have right now. It's got the versatility and it's definitely holding its own against everybody. But hey, let's not kid ourselves. Anytime you do get 7 kills, there's a hell of a lot of luck involved. First off, your team just gotta be bad enough to give you those opportunities themselves. Seriously, you need to be a little chaotic to make it work, and you just gotta do enough to survive long enough to pull off those kills themselves. But you know the real kicker, you need the enemies to be dumb enough to walk into the crosshairs of your A120s themselves. But even with all that, a game like this is still fun as hell. Sure, luck plays a huge role, but at the end of the day, that is what makes a game like this worth watching. It's not just about getting kills, it's about making it look easy, while the other guy is left scratching his head, wondering how the hell he got blown up by an A120 going Mark Jesus. Alright, back to the gameplay. We're sitting up here in orbit, nice and high, and we spot 2 targets below, an F-15 and an F-16, easy pickings. We're cruising fast as hell, radar is locked in, and we're ready to fire off these AMRAAMs. Boom. Worst one hits the Eagle, sends it straight down, and then we fired off the second, and now the F-16 will also be kicking the dust. Both of them meeting AMRAAMs like they didn't even know what hit them. And now here's a pro tip for your Fox trees. If you launch them from directly above your target won't be able to multipath, since the missile will literally be coming from above them, and that is the power of staying at altitude. You can basically dodge multipath and get your kills, and that is part of the reason why the F-15E is the most meta plane right now. You go Mach 2 and you're able to lob off these AMRAAMs and you can pretty much dodge multipath. Now you might be wondering, why the hell would you fire 9M at 8 km? Well, it's actually pretty simple. I'm rocketing at Mark Jesus up here, he's coming toward me, and I'm directly above this guy, and let's be real, nobody's going to expect a Fox 2 from its distance anymore. These days, everybody's going to be relying on their RWR, thinking they're safe, but nope, that is when you take full advantage of your Fox 2s. The 9M, it is also a little monster. It's got IRCCM with a gate width seeker, meaning it's an absolute pain to flare, especially from above or with a side aspect angle. People just don't see it coming, and that is why orbital striking with this thing is way too easy. So here we are, no damn missiles left, and the guy is literally right in front of me. Now, if he picks me up with his radar, we're gonna be in significant trouble. I'm down to no Fox trees, and that is a terrible spot to be in. So here is my play. I'm gonna climb above his radar horizon, that way, unless he pulls up, he won't be able to see me, and of course, this being War Thunder top tier, he does not pull up. Now, we're just sitting above him now, on his blind spot, on his 6, and I've got him locked up on my TWS. We're closing in, trying to avoid any damn mistakes, because we all know how bad it feels to whiff a shot, especially with a gun like the M61. Gets too far away, and you'll be praying that your bullets hit, but not today. As you can see, I'm waiting for the right moment here, keeping it cool, because there is absolutely no way I'm gonna mess this up, considering this is gonna be a 7-kill game if I get that kill. Anyways, after what feels like an eternity, he finally notices we're there, starts to maneuver, but by then it's far too late. He's already in my crosshairs. We close in, get the kill, leaving him hanging in the sky. That's a 7th win down, and honestly, it felt very good. Wrapping up a match like this always does. Sometimes this all seems to click and you walk away looking like a pro. Easy game and easy life. So here we are, sitting pretty high at altitude, cruising at Mach absurdity, because if you haven't figured it out already, flying the F-15E is the meta right now. Why? Because it's got everything you need to dominate in ARB. First off, the radar is absolutely ridiculous. It's like having Wallhacks 2.0 installed, and then there are the AMRAAMs. No words needed, they are basically fire and forget dead sticks. And finally, there is the raw speed and acceleration. This jet doesn't just go fast, it breaks the sound barrier, and your enemies will in one go. Now let's talk about about how this thing is gonna compare to the newcomers in the upcoming update, the Rafale and the Typhoon. Look, I have flown both on a dev server and they're quite amazing for what they are, but they are not the F-15E, because here is the deal: the Strike Eagle does not lose speed when you pull G's. You can crank as hard as you want, maneuver aggressively, and still hold onto your energy like it's glued onto your airframe. Compare that to the Rafale and Eurofighter, which will start shedding speed like a budget airline ditching fuel. Don't get me wrong though, they'll still be top tier in 1v1s, knife fighting, etc. That is their bread and butter. But when it comes to ARB, where positioning, speed and endurance matter most, the F-15E is still gonna be king of the skies for quite a few updates more. Right, back to the gameplay. You can see an F-15 tossing an AMRAAM my way. Not really a big deal though. At the speeds I'm going, outrunning it isn't exactly rocket science. Well, maybe it is, you get the point. To be extra cautious, I'm dropping down to a lower altitude. Here is why: denser air at lower levels means more drag on the AMRAAM that is chasing me, slowing it down much faster. Combine that with the fact that I'm already moving like a bat out of hell itself, and that AMRAAM is pretty much going to be wasting its time. Alright, right in front of me we've got two ducks, Su-34 just waddling through the sky. First things first, Fox 3 on one duck, no suspense here. That thing is a literal flying air rake. Meanwhile, the second duck decides to throw an R-73 my way. Cute attempt, but we dodge it without breaking a sweat. Now it's gonna be time to clean it up. We switch to team controls and try to line up for a 9M shot here. Unfortunately, he does manage to flare it like his life depends on it. Fair enough, it does. No worries though, we're gonna be in low speed situation now, and this is where the Strike Eagle is gonna shine. We're basically on his 6 o'clock. We go into landing flaps and we use same controls and pull him right into the HUD. Quite easy, and we let the Vulcan do the rest. Clean finish, and the sky is ours again, and the duck goes back to the hangar. We're scraping the barrel with our fuel now, but this is far from over. 2 targets left and an airfield just off to the side here. I've got to make something happen. We spot a JF-17 just chilling on the runway, probably thinking it's safe, but we both know that that is not how this ends. No hesitation, we make our move, swooping low to avoid detection. A quick shot, a quick lock, and that is another one down. No runway is gonna save him today. Now, the last guy is an F-16, flying blind as ever. His RWR is probably going off, but the classic War Thunder player move, he is not paying attention. We lock him up, fire our last missile, and he doesn't even know what hit him. Easy shot, and he's done. And that is a wrap for today. Let me know what you guys thought in the comments below, how it turned out. And as always, fly safe or don't, and I'll see you all in the next one.